אוקיי, בווידאו הזה אנחנו הולכים לדבר על כל מה שקשור לאבטלה, איך אנחנו מוצאים אותה, איך אנחנו מבינים מגמות, ובווידאו הזה היה חשוב לי להציג את שני השותפים שלי, את צ'אד ואת קריס, שילוו אותנו בתהליך ולמעשה יסבירו איך אנחנו מבצעים את ה-due diligence שלנו. So I'm going to switch to English. Chad, you're going to show us in this video how are we finding unemployment rate in the markets that we pursue. So go ahead.
All right, great. So when I'm looking for unemployment, which is one of the first things we look for in the market that we want to invest in or explore investing in, is we're going to go to the Bureau of Labor of Statistics website, which is bls.gov. And what you see in front of you is a geographical map of the United States with the labeled states that we can choose from. In this particular situation, we're going to look at Indianapolis, which is in the state of Indiana, which is right here near the middle of the United States. So I'm going to go ahead and just click on that state. And it's going to bring me a view of the state with a number of different locations throughout that state. And right there in the middle, you'll see Indianapolis. So we're going to go ahead and just click on Indianapolis really quick. And it's going to give us all kinds of data statistics that we can choose from. One of the things that we're going to notice down here as we scroll under the data series, right in here, is your labor force data. This is a very important piece of economics that the market is going to be able to provide us and what the Census Bureau records. And as you can tell down here, I've got labor force, employment, unemployment, unemployment rate. Now, to pull this information, I'm going to take this back data here where you see these little icons, these mini charts. I'm just going to go ahead and click on the unemployment rate chart. It's going to take me to another screen, which gives me databases, tables, and calculators for the subjects of labor force, employment, unemployment, and unemployment rate. You can see that there's a nice chart there. But what I'm looking for is the underlying data that supports these charts so that we can take a look at any trends relative to unemployment rate. So you have a date range up here that you can choose from so you can get an idea of, you can pick your own date range to see how far back you want to go. For us, we want to start back in the year 2000. That way we can capture data before the year 2008 when the subprime bubble burst. And that way we can get an idea of the recovery from 2008 and what it looked like prior to 2008, just to kind of get an idea of organically how that market reacted during a downturn from that recession. I'm also going to go ahead and check box to include annual averages, because when the data comes down for me, if I don't check that box, I'm not going to know what the year is. The data will only give me by month. So I'm going to go ahead and click the go button here on my date range from 2002 to 2021. And it's going to update. I'm going to scroll down to the bottom here where I have a list of data that's making up these charts. And there's a little icon here for XLSX, which is your Excel spreadsheet that you can download directly from the site. I'm going to click on that. It's going to open up a download spreadsheet file for me down here in the left-hand corner, if you can follow me. I'm going to open that up and voila. This is your unemployment rate for the Indianapolis metropolitan area from January to December and annualized from 2000 all the way to 2019. If you notice down here, the year 2020 is not totally complete yet. And there's a little notation down here under the month of December where if I hover, I got to enable editing real quick. If I hover over that, it says preliminary, which means they haven't completed their analysis on the market for unemployment. And so we're not going to use 2020 just yet. We're going to wait until they complete that. We can try and make an estimate, but at this point, it might not be in our best interest to do that just yet. So what we're going to do is just kind of walk down with our eyes the annual unemployment rate to see the trends and what that looks like. What I notice here is right here in the year 2009, 2010, just after the market from subprime burst, I'll highlight that, we saw a spike and increase in unemployment and how long it took to recover. Looks like it took about 3 or 4 years to recover. but now it's down to a nice 3.5% to 3% unemployment rate, which is a good position to be in relative to the rest of the United States. So this is just giving us an idea of the impact that a downturn would have. And that's just one metric that we look at when we look at evaluating the market. So there you go with the unemployment rate. Roy?
Perfect. חברים, נתנו לכם כלי אחד מתוך הרבה מאוד כלים לבדוק את אחוז האבטלה. חשוב לי מאוד להדגיש, כמו שאמרתי בווידאו הקודמים, אתרים הם טובים, הם מספקים לכם יכולת להבין הרבה מאוד דברים, אבל הם לא פתרונות של שחור ולבן. הם מספקים לנו איזושהי מגמה. אם אתם רואים שהמידע תומך במצגת העסקית שהציגו לכם, זה מצוין. אם יש איזשהו שינוי, איזשהו סימן שאלה, תפנו ליזם או לחברה שאתם עובדים איתה, תציגו את הנתונים ותשאלו את השאלות ותקבלו את התשובות.